Bam, bitches.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room.
How do you have more ice than me?
I just got more ice.
So did I. I just evidently didn't get enough of the more ice.
I love ice. I will wait at your fridge for 400 years because your ice machine is so slow.
It's so slow.
And I'm like, just getting some ice. Like, literally all your ice. I don't know.
What is it doing?
don't
It's
know.
just churning.
Why is it so slow? It's
I
just
have
the
no
slowest
idea.
fucking ice machine ever.
No
I
idea.
feel like it's in there.
It's faster if you crush it,
Is it?
which is just counterintuitive.
Yeah.
There's an extra step in the crushing
Yeah.
process.
Crush.
Ing. Is that like grinding? That's on.
What is that?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Lord.
Oh, Lord, we're a hot mess.
Oh, Lord, Jesus, it's a fire.
Hey, this is only our third thing that we're recording in a single day.
3.
And we may or may not have allegedly popped a gummy. So join us on this journey. And sorry if my story doesn't make much sense in a little bit.
My bad.
My bad.
Not mine, though.
Yeah, you get to fucking just chill.
I'm just gonna just make me not fall asleep. I'll be like, what?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay.
So the setup is a little bit different on account of we just recorded with Crawl Space.
Yeah, that live crime and culture. Yeah, no big deal. You girls just went live.
Yeah.
Hope you made it.
You girls went live. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
We talked about a lot of things.
So many things.
Talked about cheese on apple pie,
Which is
I'm
weird.
still fucking against. That sounds terrible.
For it, maybe.
I am not certain if he was joking or not.
I'm not concerned. I would still try it. Even if it was a joke, I would still try it.
That's gross.
Yeah, I
mean,
would.
to be honest, I do love cheese. I love me some melted cheese, and I do love me some apple pie. Don't think I'm willing to try it, though, you know?
Yeah, you wouldn't even try it.
I don't know. It depends. I'd have to see it. If it still looked like a slice, I don't think I'm in.
Okay,
You know?
There are stipulations.
Yeah, I can't commit to trying it.
Ugh,
Maybe if I was high.
perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would try anything if I were high.
I know that. about me.
Oh, do you?
Oh, I do.
Anyway, yeah, so our setup's a little different if you're on the Patreon, but then you also know that if you're on the Patreon.
True.
So you know everything already. But
Well, you
anyway.
know, we should just address it for everyone.
Yeah, because we were too lazy to move everything again.
We were.
Because we've recorded 3 in one day.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still just young and spry and ready to fucking hit your ear balls with crime.
Yeah, but we were like, move our chairs 1 foot to the left and right.
Too much work.
Not tonight.
Also, it's hot as fucking here still. It's fall, right? I don't
It's fall, y'all.
know. I don't even know if it's fall, but like my kid came home with like a coloring page that says like first day of fall. So I'm taking that as like it's fall.
Happy fall, y'all.
Yeah. And it's still hot as fuck.
Hot as fuck.
Why?
So hot.
Why?
Because it doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter around here. I remember it gets hot all the way into like November.
Yeah.
Like real hot, like 90s. And you're like, it is fucking November. You're at the pumpkin patch, sweating tits. You're supposed to be drinking hot cider. And instead the pumpkins are rotting and you're like, this is miserable.
Yep. All those things are accurate.
I'm going to Colorado for Thanksgiving.
Jealous.
I know, I'm so excited. I hope it's snowing. Does it snow in November in Colorado? It's like in the mountains. I think it always snows in the
I would
mountains.
imagine. Why are you going?
Lee's family's getting all together. We like rented like a
Fun.
mansion.
No
To
big
me,
deal.
it's like a big house with a bunch of rooms, like an Airbnb.
Yeah.
And we're all just fucking going up for Thanksgiving.
Did you guys just pick Colorado?
Well, yeah, it was like a whole thing because I was like, let's do a beach thing. Like everybody in my family is just dying. So I'm like, I would like to be with all of my family as close as possible under the same roof. And
Yeah.
let's all just fucking share lives together. And they're all fucking vibing that shit. They're all for it. Like they're very close family. And I have just like fucking woven my way into the interwebbings of their love. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you will take me and accept me. And they're like, yeah, man, like you're already here. And I'm like, okay, but don't ever let me go. Like I'm like the stray cat. Like please.
Live here now.
Yeah. Anyway, and so we're spitballing some ideas, and then one of the cousins was like, what about a dude ranch kind of vacation? I was like, fuck yes. And I didn't know dude ranches were actually a thing. I thought that was just a show on Nickelodeon, but they're actually a thing that you can like go rent out
Haven't
and
you
stay
seen
at.
City Slickers?
No, actually, I have not.
Oh, it's a great movie. I don't remember most of it, but it's like a bunch of city slickers that go to a fucking dude ranch. And
That
then
was
they
gonna be
go
us.
on like a cattle drive or whatever.
That was going to be us.
Yeah, that's so fun.
I know.
I wanna do that.
And then, so it was like, Montana, where are we going to go? And then we ended up in Colorado, and I was like, I fucking love Colorado. So here we are.
That's
you want to come?
awesome.
I'm sure there's a room. You're always with us for Thanksgiving anyway. It feels like sacrilegious that you're not with us.
What am I going to do for Thanksgiving?
I don't know, because I was talking to Brandon, and I was like, what are you guys going to do for Thanksgiving? Because I was going to be like, are we doing it again? Keep singing. Are we going to do it again? Are you guys all coming over? And then I realized, like, right after I said it, like, oh, fuck, we're going somewhere.
You were like, never mind, you're not invited.
You're not allowed to go.
Yeah.
It's exclusive
Tifty.
to this family.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, so anyway, I don't even remember why I was telling you that. Maybe this gummy's already
Just to
kicking
make
on.
me jealous.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, that it'll be cold. Hopefully it'll be cold.
Yeah, hopefully it will be cold.
Maybe my kids will see snow for the first time.
I was actually talking to Brandon's family about doing that. I want to do that same thing, but like for Christmas, because we get together at someone's house for Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
And his mom lives in Arizona and his sister lives in Vegas and we live in fucking San Diego. And it's like,
go to fucking Utah.
yeah, exactly. Like, let's just pick a place that no one's ever been to and fucking go there.
Yeah.
Rent a giant house.
Hell yeah.
With like fun stuff, a pool or whatever, like fun stuff to do, and let everybody fucking go wild in this house.
Yes.
That would be amazing to me.
That's
And
what we're doing.
They're all down. We just haven't planned it. I'm really pumped that you did. That's so exciting.
Do you want the link to the place we're staying in Colorado to see if it's available for Christmas? It's fucking gorgeous.
Could you imagine going to Colorado in Christmas? It's going to be too snowy.
It'd be beautiful. You guys can stay in my cabin, but I don't know if there's running water. I think the pump house caved in because
So
my
we
world
can
is full of catastrophe.
Stay in your tent.
Yeah, it's
essentially.
basically like a shell of a house. Yeah.
Yeah. I do appreciate that. No big deal. In my cabin in Colorado.
It sounds fancier than it really
bitch.
is. Sounds way fancier than it really is. But yeah, anyway.
Jealous.
Hit me with your goddamn.
Well, I've been waffling on my goddams, but I think I'm going to go with like a relatively okay-ish good one right now.
Oh, nice. I love it.
And that is that I actually made an appointment to get my hair done like a normal person. And
I'm so excited for you.
I haven't done that in literally like
Millions of years.
5 years.
Wow.
Probably. Something like that.
That's a long time.
I think Alexis's cousin bleached my hair all out last time. And
Yeah.
that was the last time I've been to a salon.
Yeah.
And so then before that, like she didn't cut it or anything. I don't remember. But like
I think when Darcy got married, I don't know why I remember this. When Darcy got married and I was super fucking pregnant with my second kid.
so 3 years.
Yeah. You had walked in because we were going to Lips for the Bachelorette and your hair was short. And you're like, I cut my hair. And I was like, oh my God, it's so cute.
Sarah cut my hair.
Oh. So even longer.
Even longer. Yeah, Sarah cut my hair, and then right after that was when Alexis's cousin bleached it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, congratulations. Are you
thank you.
super excited?
I am super excited, and we'll see how it fucking goes. And I'm still a cheap bastard, so I'm probably going to be like, this is fucking expensive. Why am I going to pay this much for
Yeah,
this?
it is expensive to get your hair did.
But I'm just
Dude,
gonna-
highly recommend Supercuts if you just go with the cuts. I don't know about anything else, but like my lady at Supercuts fucking nailed it. And it was only $20. And I'm like, what? Like I'm
You're
used to paying like $160 for stupid
Yeah.
hair stuff.
Yeah. I'm expecting to pay like over $200 or some shit.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It's ridiculous. It's
so
ridiculous.
silly.
And also, I have to buy a fucking gown. Can I just loop that in here?
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's
but
about a
you're also
fucking
going on
gown.
a cruise.
Pinkies up, ladies.
Yeah, pinkies up.
Yeah.
Getting my hair done, getting a
need to get my
ball
hair done.
gown.
Yeah, Brandon was like, get your hair done and make a nail appointment before the cruise. And I was like, do you think I'm ugly?
What are you telling me? He's like just
Yeah.
trying to treat you.
He is. He's like, oh, do something for yourself. Like all these nice things and stuff. And I'm like, I don't like your attitude.
I'll do it if I want to, but also thank you. I'm gonna go do it and spend
But, like,
$200
Can I have Friday night off?
Yeah,
I'm
like-
gonna go get my hair done.
because I'm not gonna be a mom at all.
That sounds so nice. It sounds
That
so
does
nice.
sound super awesome.
So I'm pretty excited to finally be pretty again. And we'll
Hell
see how
yeah,
that
you're
goes.
always pretty.
Thanks. You have to say that.
I do not have
And then
to
I
say
might get
that.
a fucking gown, and I don't know what kind of gown I'm gonna get, but maybe it'll be backless because they live my best life. Even though I
That's
have
right. Fuck
weird-
backs.
Weird ass fucking moles on my back.
I
but
love
those
it.
But those backless dresses are so pretty.
They are so
And I'm gonna put
cute.
it on and be like, I'm far too short and fat for this. But you know what?
You are not.
You know what?
You're just gonna live your best life and do it.
I
You know
am.
what? You make your reality.
Yeah. And I'll be on a fucking boat.
You belong in that dress.
Who is gonna tell me, like,
I'm on a boat.
ma'am, you can't wear flip-flops on this boat. I'll be like, you're on a boat.
Yeah,
You're on
I
an
shouldn't even have
ocean.
shoes on, bro.
Fuck your
Boat rules.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
I know, I'm
Are
pretty
you pumped
excited.
for your cruise?
Yes and no. The kids are coming with, so that'll be a whole new experience.
Yeah.
But there is like a child center to where you can be like, bye.
They're going to have so much fun.
They are going to have so much fun. But then Brandon's mom is like, we shouldn't take them into Mexico. And I'm like, do you think they'll get kidnapped? Maybe.
Like, where are you going? And are you going to go in, like, the fucking...
Like Ensenada and stuff.
I think you'll be okay.
I think so too, but I don't know. And also, I don't want to like have a drink or something and then get that weird anxiety and be like, someone's gonna take my kid and whatever.
Yeah, that's
and then
not something
become
to
like
fuck
a
around
helicopter
with.
mom.
Yeah.
Brandon just told me last night that like you were a really bad helicopter mom, and I was like,
What?
yeah. I was like, oh,
You?
apparently,
That
allegedly,
actually is shocking.
according to him, yeah,
Really? What were you doing?
literally nothing. I was
You know
high on
what?
the
You
couch.
do... Okay, you do helicopter on the dumb things, though, but it's something you do in your life anyway, about, like, stickers or crayon. Actually, you don't really about stickers.
No, that's a rule in our house.
And
Fucking
actually,
stick
to be
stickers.
honest, I've never actually witnessed it. We always just joke about it.
Yeah. No,
Like your
my
kids line things up in colors and stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it's fucking Aaron, but that's just natural. It's not like you are the helicopter.
Yeah. They just do that shit.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not like, put the red one by the blue one.
No, but I feel like you don't let them play with like slime because that's messy, or like
Oh,
Play-Doh. Well, you even said with Play-Doh you don't give a fuck if they mix colors, but like it gives you anxiety.
I don't care if they mix colors. Play-Doh is whatever. I'll let them play with Play-Doh. Sand and slime are not allowed inside my house.
Yeah,
But
like you
that's
were
because-
strict.
But it sticks to it.
I
Like,
got
it just
slime on my carpet.
Yeah, I bet you fucking did.
I don't
Because you're
care.
like, here's some slime. Good luck. Go play. Live
I
your
just
best
don't
life.
care.
I have new carpets.
I do too.
I like my carpets.
Just don't care. I did.
Nah,
I
you
just-
don't because you got slime in them.
It's not that I hate them, though.
I
I'm just
still
like,
like my
whatever.
carpets.
Whatever.
They're the softest carpets you ever did walk on.
Yeah, you do have really soft carpets.
paid extra for that.
But it does surprise me. Not that you're a helicopter about that, though. I think that's pretty normal that people
But
are
they
like,
can
I
play
don't
with it
want fucking slime.
outside.
Yeah.
I'm like, just go on your fucking outside table.
Yeah.
Stop at the door.
Get the fuck out of here with
And
that
they
slime.
metal detect you for slime and fucking sand.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kinetic sand shit. Not
that
in
shit
my
gets
house,
everywhere.
man.
I just vacuum it up.
I let them play with it inside, but then it's just too much. And
It
they
is
play
a
with it
lot.
for like 14 seconds. And
I
then they're
know.
like, anyway, I'm done here.
It's true. It's true.
And it's everywhere.
Very valid points. You're not wrong.
So they just don't, like, why have it then? You just don't, you can play with literally anything else. You have 4,000 other toys.
Hey, Mitch, you want an apple?
No, I don't, Stacey. You know this.
I know this. I know this about you.
Anyway, give me your goddamn.
Oh, actually, mine's... Oh, God, I almost died. Hang
Oh,
on.
Lord.
What's that thing say?
What thing? Restart to install the latest Windows updates.
No, I don't want to. Okay, my goddamn's actually kind of super exciting, and it happened right before you got here. But okay, so I got a letter. We just got a letter, right? I got a card from a listener because it was my birthday, and it's from Brenda. And I'm not going to give away much information because I'm going to
Are you
try
sure it's
and
Brenda or Barbara?
Barbara. Sorry, I don't know why I said
Louise.
Brenda. I don't know. I'm high. I'm not high yet, but I will be. But anyway, so Barbara sends me a letter, right? Yay. So excited. I was so happy. And then I'm like, oh, that was such a nice card. And I look at it and it's from Holiday, Florida. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's where like Jamie Ann and I met.
Yeah.
That's where I lived. It's not a giant community from what I recall.
yeah.
And then, so I screenshot the address. Sorry, Barbara, don't worry. It's not a serial killer. And I send it to Jamie Ann. And I'm like, Jamie Ann, what are the fucking odds? Like, do you know Barbara? And she's like, I don't know who that is. But she lives, like you lived on the corner of her street and then my street. So we
All lived.
are invisible neighbors. I don't know what that means.
That's so cool.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
So you would have lived like, on
Barbara.
the same street as her?
Like, I lived on the corner of her street and a street called Kilburn Drive.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how fun is that?
And I lived in the corner house. And we used to have, my dad built a pond and like put a fountain in it and it like shot up almost to the roof of the house.
Oh my God.
And we used to always joke like that is like in the neighborhood, you'd be like, make a left at the fountain or whatever.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it was like obnoxious. I
Barbara,
know.
go find her house, her old house. Do you think they still have the fountain? Tell us if they still
No,
have the
they
fountain.
don't. I've been to visit since we lived in that house, like when I was younger, like 13 or something, and it was already gone then. And the pool in the backyard was gone because we dug a hole to put the pool in the backyard.
God damn.
We only lived there for 6 months, but we were doing some work there.
You only lived there for 6 months?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, Barbara, I kind of remember somebody saying, I'm from Holiday. I wonder if it was Barbara.
I bet it was.
My brain gets it all mixed up, but I'm fucking shocked. And I thought, oh, it must be a friend of Jamie Ann. And she was like, I don't know who that is. Barbara, how did you
Jamie
find
Ann's
us?
best friend.
Yeah. Also, how'd you find us? Jamie Ann used to live on Primrose. Go triangulate everybody's location.
Just letting out secrets.
No, you can't see it. You don't know. You're fine.
No, you can't. It's not even in the frame.
Yeah, everything's fine.
I'm saying Primrose. Drive. Number
3055 Primrose Drive.
Did you just give her address out?
I don't think she lives there anymore.
I fucking hope not.
Man, maybe we should cut that out. I'll text her.
Hey, so do you still live on?
Does your mom live there? Because we got some editing to do.
Right? Oh,
She's
man.
like, God damn it, Stacey. Oh, no. I don't think they live there anymore. I think they sold the house.
Yeah.
But those are like my
them.
stomping grounds when I was like in 4th grade.
Yeah. That's where you met Jamie Ann.
That is where it happened.
How fun is that?
I know. That place is fucking crazy. Also on Google Maps, I looked up like my old home and I'm like, wow, it looks a little rough.
Oh, how much is it worth?
I have no idea. I don't remember. I didn't look on Zillow. It was like Google Maps. But also, I was in 4th grade, right? So I was like 8 or 9, and I thought that house was like a mansion.
Yeah.
Also grew up in a trailer, so like any house was like
is a mansion.
amazing. Yeah.
Is
And I
that
looked at it, I'm
double
like,
wide?
it's really not that big. It looks really old. But
You
anyway,
thought my house was a mansion.
it is a mansion.
It's not.
Your house is fucking massive.
It's not. It's not.
You could-
There's more
we-
airspace than anything.
We cannot record in your house because there is an echo in a majority of the rooms.
That's because there's more airspace than anything. There's more airspace than like square footage.
There is still plenty of square footage. You mean like vaulted ceilings?
Yeah.
Only mansions have vaulted ceilings.
No, only places without attics.
You have an attic. Not an addict.
I hope I don't have an addict up there.
Anyway, so that's my goddamn. I'm so
Goddamn.
excited that my neighbor mailed me.
How fun is that? Yeah. That's really cool.
Also, how long have you been there, Barbara?
World. I know, right? What if she lived there back in the day?
Do you know me?
What if she saw you guys meet and then was like, I want to be friends with them. And then she
We
was
always
like,
shunned her.
no, she was starting to walk over. And that's when you guys like ran away to your respective houses to go ask if you could play with each other. And she was like, what the fuck?
Maybe.
And it was like a missed connection. Craigslist missed connection.
Ugh. Found on a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know how Barbara knows about this podcast. Because what a fucking small world.
Barbara, how do you know about the podcast?
Anyway, I'm super excited. I will cut out all fucking... Dylan, edit out the address
The
that I
whole
just
fucking
fucking
address?
sang like a song, all excited, like an idiot.
Like, oh yeah, I know how to get there.
Yeah. Okay. On that note, do you want to hear my murder case that I have conjured up for you today?
I do.
Choice of words?
Choice of, conjuring.
The
Conjuring.
Okay, well, you have to wait because I left my phone over on the floor over there.
Oh shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you did. Sorry I touched you. You want to use mine? You're already up. Is it plugged in? Do you have enough juice?
I don't know, man. You're asking a lot of questions. Yeah, we good.
We good.
Hannah got the banana.
Hannah Cabana?
Hannah got the banana.
Oh, good. I saw her walk out today,
Oh, did you?
and she was with a banner, and that's like one of the last banners to be done. And so I was like, who is that? And they said, Hannah? And I was like, cool.
Thanks for answering my question. Okay, so I'm just going to open my phone. Here we go. Cancel.
Perfect.
Cancel.
Super.
Install.
Duper.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Okay, this week I'm going to tell you about Josephine Gray.
Josephine Gray.
Okay, this is one of those cases where I don't know much about her childhood or anything, so we're kind of diving right into the meat and potatoes.
Perfect. Let's go.
So Josephine was born in 1946, and she lived in the state of Maryland.
Okay.
I guess she kind of had a rough childhood. Don't know anything about it.
Well, it's right after World War II, so she was probably poor.
Living in the Dust Bowl. I don't
Yeah.
fucking know. I don't know.
In Maryland, sounds poor. Actually sounds really nice.
I know. Actually, it really does. So Josephine was described as flamboyant and always wore a lot of makeup and tight skirts, like as she gets older, right? Not as a kid.
Okay.
And basically always trying to be all fancy and put together. And some people described her as like, it looked like she just walked out of modeling school.
Ooh,
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Ahead of the times, little fashionista.
Exactly.
All right.
And she also loved really nice cars and shopping sprees.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, right? Like the finer things in life.
Mm.
And people described her as almost like a flaunter, you know?
Ooh.
Like, I want to have the nicest things. I want to look the nicest. That kind of.
She was looking to be a trophy wife kind of thing.
Exactly.
I get
So
it.
as she became a young adult, the men that she typically were attracted to were the quiet and compliant type.
I mean, honestly.
Who isn't, you know? Like,
If
how
I
would you
could go-
describe him?
If I could do it over again, quiet and compliant are going to be my top two fucking
Could you
check
imagine
marks.
that on like a Tinder, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm quiet and compliant.
Yes, please. Pick a couple of more adjectives. Obedient? Yeah. Check that one.
Doting.
Yes.
Perfect.
I'll have two.
Yeah. And she likes the finer things in life, so
Yeah.
she's got to have someone who can afford that.
Right?
Someone who's quiet, compliant, and rich.
Yeah,
Sign me up.
exactly.
Sign me up.
Girl knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So these kind of guys also were the kind that like liked staying home, watching TV, fixing cars, drinking beer, that kind of stuff.
Fucking
like
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Right? Right? I feel like I picked a quiet, compliant guy.
You really did.
Yeah.
I
I'm
did
checking all
not.
these boxes. I just don't enjoy the finer things in life as I should.
I know, right?
I'm like, you know what though? But like Walmart sells the same T-shirt for $5.
But you are going to a fucking mansion in Colorado for Thanksgiving.
True.
It's about travel, not about the finer clothes.
Exactly.
You know?
Like I didn't pick the mansion. They were just like, also I picked this place. Here's how much it's going to be. And I was like, fucking down. I'll show up. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure.
I would have picked like a tent and been like, and look, we get a burner stove, a wood burning stove to keep it warm in here.
That's my problem. Because I was trying to plan this with like Nora and stuff too, like all the friends, and like, let's just take all of our families and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know. This place has like 4 tents connected. And then she's like, this place is just silos that you can sleep in. And I'm like, we're not made for this.
I know. Our kids would hate it. Oh, God. But we do really well on road trips and like Motel 8s, 6s.
Yeah, see, but that would be
Super
the
8s.
problem is like, we could just stay here and like everyone would be like, what the fuck is this? And be like, they have a pool.
Yeah.
And free Wi-Fi.
Oh, my God. It's so true. Okay. So in 1967, so she's like now 21 right now.
Got it.
She met and married her first husband,
Ooh, number one. All right.
a man by the name of Norman Strilling. Sorry, I fucking stroked out.
Okay.
A man by the name of Norman Strilling.
Okay.
And together they had 5 children.
God damn.
That's a lot of fucking kids.
What's her name?
Josephine.
God damn, Josephine.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a lot of fucking kids.
That's so many kids. And so during this time, Josephine actually worked as a school janitor in the Upper Marlboro Reds. Okay. In the Upper Marlboro, Maryland's public schools.
Okay.
Marbles in my mouth.
Okay. Number one,
Yes.
I love that she is into the finer things in life and yet humble enough to be like, and also I need a job. I'm going to be a janitor. Like,
You know what? I've been thinking about this a lot in my life lately, and I'm like, oh, I really want to be a school teacher. Like like a younger school teacher. Like I want to make my classroom fun and do like fun little things.
you're
and
not
then
younger anymore.
me?
Yeah.
Did I say I was younger? I want to.
You said you wanted to be a younger school teacher.
Oh, well, you fucking idiot! I mean, for younger kids.
Oh. I was like, that's not possible. You can change your career, but you can't change that.
I thought you were giving me a dad joke, and I was like, you fucking idiot. I didn't mean to literally call you a fucking idiot. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, she's really dumb.
Oh, man. No, I thought you were just like razzing me there.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's impossible. The young ones now are like 20. You don't compete.
Oh my God. No. I mean, like, I would just love to teach younger kids
Younger
and
kids.
be like,
I get it. Be like
Red
Miss
green light,
Frizzle.
that
Yeah,
kind of shit.
yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. But also, I'm like, dude, being a janitor sounds legit. You just listen to music all day and you're like scrubbing toilets. I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. Like, I'll do the little thing. I ain't got to talk to nobody. All I got to do is be like, all right, make sure you clean the toilets, take out the trash. Like, you get a little checklist. I do my little checklist every day. I listen to my podcast and then I go. That sounds great. Like, why are we all like janitors?
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be a janitor at a school though. Oh, we had a janitor. His name was Rolly. Fucking loved him. He was the greatest guy.
I didn't know. See,
because everybody knew him. He was so nice. He talked to everyone.
That would be me as a janitor.
Yeah, and then someone, he was like an older guy too, and then someone, Izzy, I remember him too, because he was a fucking asshole.
Izzy.
He like took I don't know what the fuck it was, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something, like, and opened it and smushed it all in Rolly's hair. Like, rubbed it on his head. And poor Rolly was just like, what the fuck, man? Like, yeah, isn't that fucked up? That was in elementary school.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I would pop a motherfucker in his mouth.
Yeah. I think he got suspended or something, but like...
And then I'd be like, by the way, I cleaned the fucking whatever thing you put your mouth on with the toilet brush.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I wanted to cry for him. I was so sad for him. Rolly,
that's pretty fucked up. Yeah.
I was so sad. Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't be that kind of janitor.
You wouldn't be so friendly that people
Oh, no.
you?
I would just get arrested for like attacking
pop a motherfucker.
I would pop a motherfucker. But try to put a peanut butter jelly on my head. All right?
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That kid
or I would
asshole.
just eat it. You know?
Like, can't get me.
Yeah. Love peanut butter jelly.
Gotta get past this mouth.
Thanks, Izzy. Fucking asshole. All right. So, yes, she works as a janitor.
Okay. Cool. Good for her.
Okay. So now everything that I find online, it seems that Josephine and Norman's marriage was not that great.
Mm-hmm. He was not so quiet and compliant.
Well, I think he was too quiet and too compliant, and she was, like, mean. It's clear that she wore the pants in the relationship. Mm-hmm. I guess Norman started to confide in his close friends that he feared her and that he was afraid that she might harm him someday.
Oh.
And one morning, he woke up to Josephine pointing a gun at him while he was sleeping, and she pulled the trigger, and the gun jammed, and so he survived.
Oh, my God.
And he's like, I don't think she likes me. Like, something is...
Is it me?
Yeah, there's something wrong here.
I don't think she likes me.
But he ends up staying.
I'm in danger.
Oh, no. She just tried to kill me. That's scary.
I think we have to talk.
Yeah. Listen, I know it's been a rough day, but if I could have 5 minutes of your time. I seem to see some concerning things happening in our relationship. Yeah, but he ends up staying with her.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Could you imagine staying with someone who fucking tried to kill you?
Pulled a gun on your ass and pulled the trigger? Ugh. You know how many times I'd bring that up in a fight?
First of all, how embarrassing. To attempt to kill someone and the gun jams, and then you just stare at him in the eyes like...
How embarrassing for Norman. He's going to be like, yeah, she fucking tried to kill me.
She tried.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I guess it's not that embarrassing for Norman.
I think it's embarrassing for her because now she has to be like, I'm sorry. Can you help me out with this? I don't really know how this works.
This thing.
I'm going to go.
She's like hitting it around like,
I'm just going to go back to the living room now.
So
you can go back to sleep if you want to.
You can sleep in today. Like, I'll get the kids.
Now.
Oh, my God. But yeah, I don't even know. Okay, so he ends up staying with her.
Yeah.
And after a few years of marriage, Norman discovers that Josephine had been having an affair.
Uh-oh.
With oh, God, are you okay?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
With another man. I guess.
Okay. Makes sense. Yep.
Who was a coworker.
Okay.
Finish that sentence. Yeah.
Fellow janitor.
Well, the man that Josephine was having an affair with was a man by the name of Robert Gray, and he would clean offices part-time. So, yes.
Okay.
I guess
they
that's
the same cleaning service.
Exactly. So they like janitored or custodianed or whatever together.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
And Robert was actually a married man.
Uh-oh.
With
Don't love
6 children.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody's popping out so many goddamn kids.
Why are they having so many kids?
Well, it's like the 70s. We got birth control in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's the old school ways, you know?
Pull out method?
Or like Jesus will save us.
Oh.
Like if God wants me to have all these kids.
Yeah.
And fucking murder them out of my own insanity, then let it be.
Uh-oh.
C'est la vie, motherfuckers.
Are you foreshadowing right now?
Am I?
Are you?
Or am I not? Okay, so here we are. She's having an affair with Robert, who is a janitor, a married man of 6 children.
Mm-hmm.
With.
That would be weird if he was married to 6 children.
Yeah, thanks for correcting me there. He was very devoted to his wife and children, and some family members said that he went everywhere with his 2 youngest children, like almost like obsessed. He like worshipped the grounds that they walked on. Like
How
very
sweet.
Yeah, very devoted father.
Mm-hmm.
But around this time that he starts seeing Josephine, and like I said, we're in like the early 70s at this point, his demeanor starts to change.
Uh-oh.
And he becomes distant and he stops hanging out with friends.
He's having an affair.
Yeah. Well, he stops hanging out with friends and spending time with the family. And his family claims that it was because of Josephine that he had started isolating himself.
Yeah.
From his normal life. But they say that she was like controlling him and not allowing him to spend time with his family. Yeah.
See, I see it as more like he's wanting to spend time with this person who he's not supposed to hang out with, so now he has to start lying and avoiding.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to look the face of doom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they're all like, it's Josephine's fault. She has a control on him. She's also kind of known to be like, kind of like a where's the pants in the relationship kind of gal.
Yeah, but also he could just like not cheat on his wife and family.
Yeah, that would be also another solution. But they said that when they would spend time with Robert while he was hanging out with Josephine, he would seem distant and almost sedated. Like a shell of the person that he was.
Like very compliant, you say.
Very obedient, perhaps.
Was he also quiet?
Maybe.
Quiet and obedient, or quiet and compliant.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah.
But they noticed that whenever he would spend any span of time with her, that he would be distant and kind of glazed over and weird. But if he's separated from her for a while and stopped eating the food that she was serving him, he would go back to his normal self. And then when he would go back to Josephine again, he would become distant and kind of glazed over. And this...
She's still seeing...
She's still with Norman. Like, she's still married to Norman. It's unclear if they're, like, living in the same house or if after he found out that they're cheating, that they kind of separated. I don't really know what's going on, but he's still in the picture.
Okay.
And we got Robert hanging around. This is when people began to speculate that Josephine was dealing in witchcraft or voodoo, and that she was casting spells on Robert or hiding things in his food to make him obey her and be loyal to her.
Okay. What kind of things are we talking? Because we're talking like sedatives. That's not a witch. That's more a medical witch.
Yeah, that's just like a crazy ass bitch.
Modern day
psycho. Yeah. That's what I'm taking away from this. But also, this story is very voodoo heavy. Like very curses and ritualistic things. Okay.
So she was a practicer, a dabbler?
Allegedly, yes. And people knew that about her, I guess. So she must have done it openly. I don't know if there were like rumors or whatever, but they're like, she's a fucking witch and she's into voodoo. And look at Robert. He's under her spell.
Okay.
But like you said, could be stuff in her food.
To be fair.
You know what I mean?
I would probably consider you a witch.
Yeah.
Especially during that time.
Yes.
Like, bitch, 70s? Sage.
Yeah. I saged the fuck out of you today.
You did. I feel great.
I think we should have done that a long time ago.
I'm no longer haunted. I mean, honestly.
Yeah. Really.
Maybe that'll help us, you know?
Yeah, it's got to. Yeah, I would have been a witch. Considered by their stand. Like, you don't practice any sacred religion and you just sage shit and also you like to read tarot cards, you're a witch.
Burn her.
Yeah, and like you like to listen to fucking yoga flutes. Actually, I really don't like the flute music. In case you're wondering.
I was.
Yeah, so exactly. So everybody's like, it's a witch. And she's like,
yeah, I am.
It's
what are you going to do about it?
Yeah. Okay, so like I was saying, this goes on for some time. Norman's still in the picture. They haven't, like, they're still married or whatever. And Josephine's still cheating or sneaking and geeking, whatever you want to call it. Until March of 1974, Norman is found shot to death in his car.
Uh-oh.
Which was parked on the side of a road in Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Okay.
So, obviously, with Josephine cheating on Norman, she was the first suspect, along with Robert.
He didn't shoot himself then?
Yeah. No. It was like a clear murder.
Okay.
And they were like, oh, well, Josephine's fucking around, and they're jealous, whatever, jealous rage. Maybe Robert shot him or something. Like they're suspecting.
There's a
them.
motive here between these two people.
Precisely. And they also, for some reason, were suspecting Josephine's brother. Now, I don't know how the brother gets brought in. I just saw it in an article, and I was like, maybe that'll come up later. And I don't think it ever did. So here we are, just me mentioning it, that her brother was also a suspect. Like, hey, brother, help me out.
All right.
So while police were investigating, some family members started to step forward, and maybe this is where the brother comes in, and claimed that Josephine had offered them a few grand to murder Norman for her.
Uh-oh.
But that they had all turned it down. They were like, I'm not going to do your dirty deeds. Done dirt cheap.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That is pretty dirt cheap.
Yeah, I know. It was like $5,000 or something. But in the 70s, was that like 10 grand? I don't know. Still, it takes so much money to make me murder someone.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, but like, no. I don't want to do the rest of my life in prison. And also, 10 grand isn't enough to bury a body, especially not anywhere near my house.
Well, he didn't bury the body. I mean, whoever did the murdering,
obviously, I guess.
Just left him there.
But like, I'm trying to not get caught.
Right? Well, so after this little new piece of evidence where the family's coming forward and they're like, hey, she tried to like solicit us to hire like a hitman, basically.
Yeah.
Both Josephine and Robert get arrested because they're like, you fucking murdered Norman and we're on to you.
Yeah.
This is 2 weeks after his death.
Oh, shit.
That all this coming up. However, a short time after their arrest, the charges get dropped because all of the witnesses who had come forward, like all of her family members and stuff, they all backed out and stopped cooperating with the police because they were afraid of what Josephine would do. Like if they knew that, or if she knew that they were like helping the police, because Josephine ends up making bail. She gets out and now she's free again. And so then all of her family members were like, psych, never mind. I take it back. I don't want to get like a voodoo curse put on me. So then they refused to cooperate with the police.
And this is all her family?
Yeah, this is her family is afraid of her because of her voodoo. And also they're afraid that she's crazy and will shoot them.
Yeah.
So she's out of custody now and they're all scared. So out
of custody.
What's that?
I just, nothing. Out of custody. Made me laugh.
Oh, yeah. So now they're out of custody and they drop the case because they don't have anybody to like.
They don't have any evidence?
They have zero evidence that she actually helped hire whatever, somebody to kill Norman. And
they don't even have fucking witness testimony anymore?
That's all they had was witness testimony. So they have to drop the case.
Oh, man.
And so now Josephine and Robert, they're out living their best life. And they get Norman's life insurance policy because it's given to Josephine.
Yeah.
And with that, they go buy themselves a nice new home.
Oh, my God.
They're living free as a bird.
Leaves his spouse then?
Yeah, he leaves his spouse, goes and lives with Josephine in a new house bought off of the insurance of the life of the man that she was previously married to. And Robert's like, sign me up.
Yeah.
I'd love to live with this lady.
It's a big ass chunk of change.
Yeah, but also
11 kids.
Yeah.
It's too many fucking kids. That's a big ass house.
That's a lot of kids. But also, Robert's friends and family, again, are like, but she's put him under a spell. So that's why he's doing all this. Okay?
Okay. That's a good out.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, shit, man. I don't fucking know. Maybe voodoo's real.
Maybe.
Who knows? So I wouldn't fuck around with it. I'll tell you that much.
I will fuck around with it, but like not in a bad way. I don't want anything to happen against me, but like, I want to see some shit.
Would you fuck around? Oh yeah. But would you fuck around with a voodoo priestess?
Oh hell no.
No. That's what I'm saying. That's what people think she is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fuck around with that shit.
No, I'm not fucking around with that.
Like, sound nothing.
But like, I do want to go.
Yeah.
To a voodoo priest's house and
I want some like
your cauldron,
scry bone, red thingies, whatever bone scries. Yeah, for sure. Read my palm. Tell me about my life. What do you see?
Tell me all those things. I fuck with that.
Fuck yeah.
But not against it.
No. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so Robert's like, oh, he's under her spell. Robert's family. Okay. Robert's family is like, oh, Robert's under her spell. And they claim that Robert's actually not really happy in the house that he's living in. Like, he's living a very miserable life with her.
Uh-oh.
But the couple end up staying together for several years. At one point, Robert had told his friends of abuse that was happening in the house. because of how controlling Josephine was. At one point, she ends up chasing him with a screwdriver and a baseball bat.
Ow. At the same time?
Well, maybe. Ah! Which one are you going to swing and which one are you going to stab?
I mean, you got to have right-hand bat, left-hand stab.
This feels so weak.
That's true.
Especially
with a screwdriver. That's not even a real good stab.
Yeah. Is it a Phillips or a flathead?
I pictured a flathead, to be honest.
I did too, but like a Phillips would be better.
Yeah, I think so. It felt more like a blade to me, but like that's not what you're looking for.
No. But I have to say that of my screwdrivers, the Phillips is always like the biggest and long, or not Phillips, the flathead is always the biggest and longest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We have long ones of both, but I was picturing the long-ass Phillips head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really get you.
All right. Anyway, so she's chasing him around the house. He's living a shitty life at home, but he stays.
Okay. That's a decision.
That is a decision.
Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's witchcraft.
Maybe.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Okay, so for whatever reason, Robert doesn't leave. He stays with her, either by choice or by force, until 1980, when Josephine's younger cousin, who was a teenage boy by the name of Clarence Good, he comes to live with the couple.
Okay.
Clarence was having a tough time. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention?
What?
Maybe I mention it later, but while Robert and Josephine are married, they actually have a baby together.
Goddamn, that's 12 kids.
I know. They have a little girl.
All right.
Okay, so I didn't put that in here, but just so you know, they have a little girl.
Now they're tied together forever.
Yeah, and maybe I put it later, but either way, they're tied together forever, at least 18 years, So the cousin, Clarence Good, he comes and lives with them. Now, Clarence, he was having a tough time where he lived in Brooklyn, New York, and Josephine took him in to help him have a better life.
Yeah. That's a lot of people in a house.
That's so many people.
I'm assuming he has like maybe half custody of his kids.
Maybe they swap and they never actually cross paths,
But she has full custody of fucking 6 kids plus 7 now.
Yeah. That must have been a lot of insurance payout, like a big ass house.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or they all like triple bunk beds.
I don't know.
Sleeping on the floor.
See, they didn't explain the sleeping situation or like the home situation.
Yeah.
These are things we need to ask questions about.
I agree.
Okay, so Clarence Good is living with them now, right?
Okay. And this is Josephine's cousin?
Okay. Who's like 13, I think, at the time.
Okay.
So Clarence was described as sorry, I smacked my mouth. So Clarence was described as a shy person who may have been a little depressed and just needed some adult to take him under their wing, or you know what I mean, to help him out.
Yeah, yeah.
So Josephine steps up and promises the family that she'll raise Clarence Good.
Mm-hmm. Well,
right.
There you go.
His last name is Good.
Oh.
Yeah, that was confusing.
That was confusing. I was like, that's not the proper grammar. It's well. She gonna raise him good.
Well and right. Now, some of the family, they were quite skeptical that Josephine was fit to help out Clarence because most of them were like 99% confident that she'd been the one to take out her late and great husband, Norman.
Yeah, yeah.
But nonetheless, Clarence ends up living with Josephine.
The family was like, okay, but like if she tries anything,
you fucking back out quick.
Run, I guess.
Yeah, like if she pulls a gun on you, we're calling it.
Yeah.
That's
gotta
where we
be
draw
the
the
one
line.
that leaves.
Yeah, exactly. So now everyone's living under the same roof, and it doesn't take long before Josephine starts to have an affair on Robert with Clarence.
Ew.
With Clarence.
That's her cousin?
That's her cousin, her teenage cousin.
Ew.
I don't know how old
First
she
cousin?
is. She's like in her late 30s or early 30s, late 20s, something like that. Yeah, first cousin. That's like her sibling's child.
That's so gross.
Yeah. No, that's not how that works. That's not
how that works. It's her parents' sibling's child.
There you go. Her aunt's child.
It's her cousin. Some people call it a cousin.
You asked first, and I felt the need to further explain.
Well, I'm just wondering if it was a first cousin.
Or like
not that it really matters, but like,
no, it's
God
like,
damn,
it's like a first cousin. Anyway, yeah. So, so she starts having an affair with Clarence, and by affair, I definitely mean like she's molesting him because that's
rape.
Fucking rape. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't touch me there. Okay, so here we are. Josephine's interest is growing more and more towards Clarence.
That's so gross.
Yeah, and she's becoming bored with Robert.
Okay.
So
okay.
This isn't good for Robert.
No, it's really not.
You know what I mean? Like, historically speaking. So that one got you.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, so here we are.
Uh-huh.
I almost reread my entire bullet. Okay.
God
I think
damn,
the
guys.
gummy's working.
Yeah, I think so too.
I love it. So then in the summer of 1990,
Okay.
because right, what I had just said was like they're sneaking and geeking together. That's not good for Robert.
Yeah, yeah.
In the summer of 1990, Josephine ends up chasing Robert around the house, aiming a gun at him.
Okay.
And he jumps out of a second-story window to escape her.
Oh, shit.
He fucking
Superman's
sticks
out?
the landing. I don't know. But he survives the two-story jump.
What month was it? September?
Yeah, it's
it
the
snowing?
summer. It's the summer.
Oh, it's the summer. Oh, that's bad. There's no snow. Like fresh powder you
Yeah,
could
like
land
nothing
in.
to catch your fall.
Yeah.
No, he fucking sticks the landing
Tuck
and then
and roll?
books it
Wow.
for a mile to his parents' house, and he fucking lays low there. Lays low. Yeah.
Sure.
He's like, don't go outside.
Close the fucking windows. This bitch a coming.
Mom, lock the doors. I got myself into a pickle. It's so bad.
Goddamn neighborhood kids again.
Oh, God. Okay, so he lays low there
Yeah.
and, like, escapes her attack.
By the way, domestic violence is not funny.
Yeah, for sure. We're high. Which is worse, because now you're getting, like, the real us. No, it's not funny at all. And actually, it's very interesting. And I'll go into this in a minute, obviously. But like, it's interesting because everybody's like, oh, he must have been under her spell, her voodoo spell. And the police are like, yeah, but like domestic violence against men is also a thing. Like,
Yeah.
You don't think it's, happening often, but like it does. And it's just not talked about.
Yeah, like it's real.
So like, yeah, she could have been doing voodoo and shit like that. But like also,
She could have been threatening him.
yeah,
That he
and
can't
he's
fucking go anywhere.
scared for his
or whatever.
fucking life. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, so he escapes, and he hides out at mom and dad's house, and eventually he decides that it's time to leave Josephine once and for all. Like in this time that he's like hanging out for a minute, he's like, you know what, I gotta leave her.
Yeah.
I
Mom
can't-
probably had some sage advice.
Can't end up. I can't. Sage, get it? Voodoo. Say okay. I cannot end up like Norman. Like,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
done here.
He's like, not me. I learned my lesson from that guy.
Exactly. So he goes back, gets his shit, gets his own apartment, moves out, and
Okay.
everything is going great.
Okay.
But that wasn't going to stop Josephine. And on October 5th, 1990, Robert goes to the police department to file a report because Josephine had just chased him off the road while he was in his motherfucking car. How did Norman die? Anyway, in the car on the side of the road. Allegedly, she pulled up alongside of him, and Clarence was in the passenger seat pointing a gun at him.
Oh, no.
Robert ends up slamming on his brakes, puts the car in reverse, and was able to escape. But he
Oh,
was
shit.
terrified for his life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he tells police, like, hey, man, I'm fearing for my life.
Side note.
Yeah.
Does this mean that he was probably the trigger guy for Norman?
That's what I'm thinking. He's like, fuck, I've seen this one before.
I know this move.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
Okay.
So he files a report.
Yeah.
In November of that same year, Robert had his family over to his new apartment, and everyone was saying that the spell was finally broken. Like, he was actually himself. Things seemed to be looking up for him.
Maybe he's just no longer in a domestic violence relationship.
Exactly. Like, he's able to be himself.
Yeah.
Well, less than a week later, at 2:30 p.m. on November 9th, 1990, Robert gets off of work and he heads home to relax, kick my feet up, enjoy my life. He opens the door to his apartment, and before he can even take off his jacket, someone was hiding in his apartment, fired 2 shots at him, killing him instantly.
Oh, my God.
In his own motherfucking home.
No, he has so many kids.
So many kids. And he was like a good guy. Like, yeah, he was
Yeah.
cheating, but like, you don't need to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
He wasn't cheating on Josephine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was a cheater in his
We have
previous.
some character flaws, but okay.
Yeah, but you don't deserve to die.
No way. So now the police are like, oh man, this isn't good.
Oh, would you look at that? We got another one.
And they're still hell-bent on proving that she murdered Norman
Yeah.
and Robert. was one of their like primary witnesses, suspects, somebody who could give them any kind of information.
Yeah, but was he talking to them?
Well, no, but they're probably were like, oh, she just got, like, they're keeping an eye on her. And they're like, oh, they're separated. We're going to go in and go talk to Robert and see, like, what the fuck was going on there. You know, like, should we suspect her? What's going on? But now he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So they push really hard, and with no evidence, really, they try to arrest Clarence and Josephine for Robert's murder. So basically, their whole case was that Josephine has this hold on Clarence and made him kill Robert for her. And they suspect, like you were saying, that Robert had done the same to Norman. Mm-hmm. And so basically each side piece was like murdering their predecessor. You get it? Like, this is Game of Thrones shit going on over here, okay? And so at this point, her whole family knew that Josephine was the one who murdered both of her husbands.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like they were so afraid of saying anything because they didn't want voodoo shit to happen to them.
It's not voodoo, bitch.
It's not voodoo. Voodoo. Well, maybe some of her curses worked. I don't know. Even Robert's own daughter, which is also Josephine's daughter, is the one that they had together. But even Robert's own daughter, like, provided an alibi for Josephine and was like, yeah, she was where she said she was. There's no way she could have murdered Robert.
How old was she?
I don't really know, actually. I didn't really do the math or figure it out. But she provides the alibi and then later recants it, like with police only. She's like, listen, my mom told me I had to say that shit.
Yeah.
And then, hang on. And then when it came time to take the stand in her trial, because Josephine and Clarence get brought to trial for Robert's murder. Yeah, and all they have are witness testimony. Again, previously, but this time we're in trial. Witnesses are willing to testify, okay?
Oh, geez.
So Josephine's daughter takes the stand and says, I don't remember anything.
Oh, no.
Because everybody's like, I don't want to get cursed. I don't want to be possessed, whatever. Yeah. So prosecution now has like legit zero evidence to link Josephine and Clarence to Robert's murder. There's no physical evidence, whatever.
Yeah.
And the case falls apart and Josephine walks free. But through trial, like walks free.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh my God.
For murder. So everyone is like, this woman has gotten away with murder twice, and that's not good.
Uh-huh.
And again, she collects the life insurance payout for Robert's murder with Clarence, and they go on to live their life together.
Uh-huh.
Now, poor
Clarence watching his fucking back?
Yeah, I'm sure I'd be like, this is not looking good. So poor Clarence, he's still living with her and under her, quote, spell, a.k.a. probably being abused by her. Mm-hmm. And his life was getting more and more miserable. He had no car, he had no money, and he was being isolated from the rest of the family. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, and like I don't think he even had like a key to the house or something, because this will happen later, I'll tell you. But like he was being restricted, like controlled by her.
Yeah. Well, and he was also really young when she first met him.
I know.
So that's a person that you are grooming and
isn't that gross?
To be your fucking weird.
So gross.
Blech.
So gross. So these are all bad signs for Clarence.
Yeah. Yeah.
In case you're wondering.
Those are, yeah. I was checking them off.
Yeah, not looking good. So Clarence eventually runs away. He's like, nope, I've seen this movie. Out of here.
He's like, I ain't doing this shit.
Not interested. And so he was couch surfing at like people's homes, families' homes, whatever. And he eventually gets himself a job. And that's when Josephine starts to get worried. Because if Clarence becomes independent, then he might spill the beans on like some shit that she might have told him and like some voodoo shit that she might be doing. And so he tells his family that she had actually attacked him with a pocket knife and was like threatening to kill him and kept saying that she...
she had attacked him.
Yeah.
Sorry, say that again.
It's okay. I might have said it backwards. And so he tells his family that Josephine had actually attacked him with a pocket knife and like was threatening to kill him and that he feared for his life. Like, that's why I left, because she was scary. I feared for my life. That woman was going to kill me. I'm going to be next if I didn't get the fuck out of there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Well, on June 21st, 1996, Clarence was found murdered by a 9mm shot to the head.
Oh, my God.
And his body was stuffed in the trunk of his car. And he was only 28 years old.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. So they had been together for a long, long time before all of this happened. And by a long, long time, I mean like 10 years? I don't know. Yeah. Fucking longer than 10 years? Whatever. They had a chunk of their life together.
Holy shit.
And she shot him. Okay, so what's more interesting, or at least she had somebody shoot him. So what's more interesting is that 2 months prior to this, Josephine had taken out a $100,000 life insurance policy on Clarence.
Of course.
And wouldn't you know it, she's the beneficiary.
Of course.
Family members said that when they were going through Clarence's belongings after he was murdered, they found like a black voodoo doll made out of like human hair and shit.
Ew.
So there's some evidence that she actually really was practicing witchcraft and voodoo.
Yeah, but like,
whatever.
Is that illegal?
No, it's not illegal at all.
Yeah.
But like, definitely in the 70s frowned upon. And then
probably.
Yeah, we're in the 90s or something now.
Yeah.
96s. People are probably like, "Oh my God, voodoo witch," that kind of thing.
I guess, like Satanic Panic. Wasn't it like the 80s, 70s?
Yeah. But still, people love it. That's why I picked this story. I was like, ooh, voodoo magic.
That's fair.
Let me hear it. But also, like, who knows?
Probably wasn't doing anything.
I don't really know.
Maybe.
I don't know. This girl was like into it, okay?
All right.
So, police are like, okay, this is a real issue now. Like, we know this lady is somehow involved in all of these murders.
Fool me twice.
Yeah. Shame on me. Yeah. Okay. So they're like, we really have to like figure this shit out. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, this is really not good. And they're like, it super sucks because anytime we try to get anybody to like testify, nobody will testify. They're all afraid of her voodoo spells and curses and shit.
Well, yeah, because the police can't fucking find any solid evidence against her to like.
Yeah, she's real good.
So she's just going to get out and kill them. I'd be afraid too.
Yeah, I would also. Totally get it. But, oh my God, I think I just had an aneurysm.
What?
I don't know. My eyeball twitched. That was weird. Had no control over it.
You might have a brain tumor.
I think I do.
Is this why Emmy thought you had a brain tumor?
Probably, because I have migraines all the fucking time.
Probably.
Don't worry. I went to the doctor for it. We're fine. My pits are sweaty, though. Okay, so let's see here. Everybody's like, oh, no, witchcraft. That's real bad. And I don't want that on me.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. So the police are like, fuck, what are we going to do? Yeah. We got to get her. And so they start like to question, like, how is she able to keep these men captive and force them to do what she says? And
do they put an undercover agent in?
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yes.
No, they don't.
Oh.
Yes.
Is that where this is going?
Yes, tell me more.
Cool.
No, they don't do that. But they're like, okay, either she really is into voodoo or, all these guys know they're going to end up dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, or they're like, ooh, there's no way. So she's either really into voodoo or they're like, these men are being abused by her.
Yeah.
But a lot of people can't accept that, especially during this time. So anyway, but police are like, okay, we're going to ignore the voodoo shit for now and we're going to actually dig into this. So they roll up their sleeves and they start to really investigate, okay? Like, I don't mean just like fucking scoot around with their little fingerprint brushes.
Yeah,
They're like getting in the trenches.
They're like, we're going to get some physical evidence.
They get like their fucking
MacGyver eye magnifying glass out.
There you go. Oh, it's like
charades.
Yeah. I was like, what is this thing?
A monocle, but bigger.
Yeah, with a handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get their magnifying glass
They're looking for clues.
Out. Yeah. A clue.
A clue.
Okay, they exhume Norman's body.
Oh, shit.
And
they didn't gather the bullet from the first time?
Great question. I'm going to be honest. I don't have any more information on that other than they just exhumed him.
What were they looking for?
Maybe the bullet. Yeah, I don't really know. But anyway, so they exhume his body to be like, listen, guys, we mean business.
We're really going to look for clues.
Figure this out. We were fucking around earlier, but like, we're serious now.
Oh, shit. I didn't know you meant he was dead.
Yeah.
All right, now I'll look into it.
Let me pull him out. All right. So, sorry. Rest in peace, Norman. So, they also bug Josephine's home. Like, fucking wire that shit.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm going to listen to her conversations. And they never hear her say anything incriminating, but they totally... What's that?
I said, well, interesting.
Yeah, by yourself when you always be like, fuck you, Robert.
Yeah, just like I killed you.
Yeah, with that 9mm.
Yeah.
No, they don't catch her saying anything incriminating, but they definitely hear her performing some rituals.
Oh.
And in those rituals, she mentions the investigators by name and is like wishing harm on them. So 100% she's putting curses on people.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine? I'd be like, I don't want to fuck around with that. I don't want to fuck around with that. Get me off the case.
What if the investigators left the case? Because they were afraid, like the families won't testify.
What if?
Do they?
No, they get a warrant. And they're like, yeah, let's fucking look at her house. I don't know how they get the warrant, but they end up with it.
But they were like, we got to break this curse.
Yeah.
So we got to get into our house.
It's like the mummy, you know?
Destroy the original cauldron.
Who can read the hieroglyphics? Anyway, so yeah, they get a warrant and they end up going through her house and they find massive amounts of like voodoo ritualistic things, you know, like fucking bones and shit.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody would say that if they went through my house.
There's bones and hair in there.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of sage and tarot cards.
Yeah, and crystals.
Yeah, a lot of crystals.
Exactly. So they find some voodoo things. And in the garage, they end up finding a giant stain that looks like blood. And they literally take away chunks of the cement to be tested. And it does come back positive for human blood, just for the record.
Human blood?
Human blood.
I was going to think it was like a goat or something.
No, like sacrifice?
Yeah.
Nope, it's blood. But they still don't have enough fucking evidence for a murder charge.
How have you not finished your water yet?
I'm so thirsty. And Josephine, of course, is denying all relations with like voodoo or witchcraft. And she's like, I am a woman of God. I don't fuck around and find out about shit. Like, just because I like to rub olive oil on my head and anoint myself, like, that has nothing to do with anything. Even Jesus does that shit. Read it. It's in the Bible. I'm paraphrasing, but basically this is like the whole vibe she's giving is like just because I buy a Lucky Charm to do a lotto ticket doesn't make me a voodoo lady.
And they were like, what kind of curses did you put on the investigators?
Exactly. They're like, yeah, but we know that you do voodoo. And she's like, who do voodoo? Not me. Nope. Don't know what you're talking about. Meanwhile, she's like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
And the breath of a frog's butt. I don't know. That'd be a fart. In case you're wondering.
Would be a fart.
Anyway, okay, so she's definitely casting spells on people.
Yeah.
Even though she's like, nah, that's not me.
But she's like, just because I cast spells every once in a while doesn't mean I murdered somebody.
Well, she didn't go that angle at all. She fucking full denial. She also explains that the reason that her family were saying these terrible things about her and then recanting them is because they were turning on her because she wasn't paying them enough attention. Now, I don't know if that means like monetarily because she was getting all this insurance money or what, but that is her claim. Like they're jealous, they're not getting enough attention, and so that's why they're pulling the shit.
Oh, geez, okay.
But still, prosecutors are like, no, yeah, it's not it though, guy. So it's like really a thing.
I still kind of feel like you're guilty.
Yeah. Still, this is really a problem, but they don't have any evidence to like pin her on murder. So for 27 years from her first murder, Josephine roamed free because no one could 100% tie her to those 3 murder cases.
Oh, my God.
And then prosecutors eventually take a different approach 23 years later.
Okay.
Instead of attempting to prove that Josephine had murdered her lovers, they instead try to charge her with mail and wire fraud for collecting $165,000 from all 3 of the men's insurance policy. Under the way they were going to like catch her is under this like Maryland's quote Slayer law. So the Slayer law basically says that like you can't fucking attempt to kill someone, solicit somebody to kill. Like you can't do harm to the person that's being insured and then collect money on it. So like if you kill the person and you're the beneficiary, you don't get the money. That's the Slayer law. Like basic normal life insurance law. But that's what the police are looking at. They're like, oh, okay, well, we can totally prove that she collected the money. So now all we have to prove is that she solicited at least somebody to kill them.
Okay.
But not that you even have to prove who did it, just that it's possible that she could have, right? And I'm guessing that this was an easier angle because family members did step forward and say that. And there were people in her life that were like, yeah, she solicited me to kill XYZ. So they had some sort of evidence against that. Now, I don't know if it was like full on fucking courtroom testimony or if it was like old police files where it was like, hey, so-and-so said that you
had done that. Yeah,
exactly. But it was more evidence. They had more evidence towards that than they did her murder.
Wow.
Her murdering them.
Yeah.
So this, nope, already said that. So this new angle that they take her to court, and a jury finds her guilty of the wire and mail fraud and everything. And she ends up getting 40 years in prison for the fraud. And that was in 2002. Okay. So she was like 57. So basically a life sentence for her.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s, neighbors did comment that Josephine's odd behavior... Sorry. I feel like I should close that out, first of all. Like, so it's kind of crazy that, like, she... Sorry, I just figured out how I was going to do it and then interrupted myself. So it's kind of crazy that she ends up getting technically life in prison, but not for the murders. Like, I feel like that wouldn't be enough.
She's not a murderer still, technically.
Yeah, she just, like, did fucking mail fraud or something, you know? Mm. But, like, if that were my family member, I'd be like, not enough.
It'd be hard, though, because, like, the end goal is the same.
I guess. But, like, you know, I bet her prison is kind of nice for mail fraud.
It's very white collar.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. It's just my take. So in the early 2000s, neighbors did comment on Josephine's odd behavior and mentioned that one of her most recent boyfriends, so this is like the 27 years after Clarence was murdered, she ends up getting a bunch more boyfriends. Who even knows? You know, I don't even know if they tied her to anything else. But
jeez.
She did have a more recent boyfriend who was a 48-year-old man by the name of Andre Savoy. And the neighbors were like, he was always locked out of the house. Ooh. Like, he wasn't allowed to have a key. So if she wasn't home, he wasn't allowed in. Like, it was like odd behavior, and everybody kind of felt bad for him. Like, it's clear. Sucks. It's clear that she wears the pants in this, you know, in all this. So evidently, just kidding, I already said that. So this man ends up staying with her for years, and I think even after like the fraud case and everything, and then eventually he comes forward and is like, yeah, she was crazy. It wasn't good. There was some bad stuff. Like, for sure, she said things that proved that she murdered them. Like, she admitted to me that she murdered them or said incriminating things, you know? And family members also come forward and say that. But, like, after she's in prison for fraud. So the last article I read did say that there was, like, a pending murder case against Josephine. Maybe because now that she's behind bars, people are less afraid of her and more willing to speak out and speak up.
When was she sentenced?
2002? Yeah, so I was going to say that that's the last thing that I read, but I'm not sure if anything ever really came of it. So that was, 20 years ago now.
Yeah, I think it would say pending, even if they were just like, yeah, the case isn't closed. We suspect
we're talking about it.
Yeah, we just don't have enough evidence, but like, they haven't done anything in forever.
Yeah. Like, it's like,
if some evidence falls into our lap.
Yeah,
we'll
wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Somebody help.
But otherwise,
it ain't happening. Yeah. Well, that's all I really have, but fucking voodoo shit.
That's exciting.
Oh, also, I probably fucking missed it because I was spitballing some of it, but she was also confirmed to be speaking with a voodoo doctor, like witch doctor, whatever, voodoo doctor. And I think the requests were for like to do harm on people, or like how to kill my husband.
Oh my God.
Basically with like voodoo. Yeah.
Like little tutorials?
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Could you imagine?
Being a Black Widow?
Yeah.
No. That
Not
sounds
you.
like so much work.
Not you.
Not me.
Anyway, so if you want to check out pictures pertaining to that case, go to isgdpodcast.com, where I have not posted pictures forever, but we're going to fix that.
Yeah, we are.
I keep saying that every fucking week.
Someday, though.
You know what? We just did a lot of things, though, for the podcast.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to start seeing us just be very important and popular and famous.
Should we say something about that? Because all of a sudden there's going to be ads.
Yeah. What are we going to say? Because we're partnering with a company to help us fucking insert ads
and blow this bitch up.
Pay us some money so we can do the shit live.
Nope.
Real time.
Yep.
All
the time.
Life, always.
Real time.
For a job. Support our families. Hit the road. See you guys.
Yep. Do all the things.
You know what we mean. You get it.
For our job.
Yeah.
Full time.
Anyway, so so that's exciting, right?
Yeah.
I'm super excited. So we'll figure that out. I forgot what I was saying. I was doing the outro.
Do the outro.
Anyways,
if you want to check out pictures pertaining to this case, go to isgdpodcast.com. If you want to hit us up on social media, we're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at ISGD Podcast. You can email us at isgdpodcast@gmail.com.
Also, join our Patreon. For as little as $1, you get one extra episode every month. And also, there are different tiers, and you could get behind-the-scenes fucking footage of us attempting to record this while we partake in extracurricular activities.
Allegedly.
And then if you want to snail mail us, do so at
P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
Which reminds me,
we have a package.
I think it's from April.
April.
Figueroa. Because we got an email from the P.O. Box saying that, or no, from Amazon saying that we have a package.
Ooh.
From April. So I'm assuming, because it doesn't have a name on the outside.
It doesn't have a name on the outside.
Ooh, what's this?
What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it?
Wait. It says, after Stacey's water bottle fly, goddamn, I felt the need to help protect your beers. Oh my God, are they beer covers? Ah, you put it over your beer can. She got us 2.
How kind.
Why are you so fucking nice?
How does it work? Protects drinks from bugs, sand, debris, and cigarette butts. Fucking
look at the picture.
It
snaps on your tabby.
Oh.
These are really cool. They're like colorful little plastic things that go over the tab of your can. And then
it's called a beverage barricade.
Ooh, it is a barricade. A BB. And then you spin it around and it blocks fucking flies from entering your drinks.
How fucking cool is that?
Or cigarette butts. Like, don't put your cigarette butt here.
Not today.
Thank you. I'm assuming. Oh, yeah.
There's a lifetime satisfaction guarantee.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
You know?
Yeah. I wonder how many people cash in on that. Like, God damn it, my last beverage barricade.
The beverage barricade broke.
Pull out that business card.
Thank you. How
April,
nice.
You're so kind. Thank you. Okay. And I think that's it.
Bye.
Until future episodes when we're inserting promos everywhere.
Yeah.
Ha! Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Actually, it might be this episode.
That's why.
Oh, you're going to know because it's in this episode. The ads.
You've probably already figured it out.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
You probably already figured it out. Oh, I'm so sweaty.
My eyes are so red.